What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Dying Light 2 got its FSR 2.0 update. That's AMD's newest upscaling technology and it works much better than the original FSR, especially here on Steam Deck. It makes a nice difference, so we're going to take a look at all of the modes here. Let's get started by taking a look at our game settings. Now I'm running full screen 800p here of course, and we have FSR 2 now as an option. And you'll have quality, balanced, or performance, so you have 3 modes for that here in this game. Now I have other things turned off here in the settings like chromatic aberration, film grain, and motion blur. I always have those off for myself and for testing. We'll move over to the advanced settings. I'm running DirectX 12 with medium to low settings, mostly medium here. I turned on the medium preset and then went down through and turned a couple things to low and turned some things off of high. So let's go ahead and get into it, starting with no upscaling at all, as we just kind of sit here in one spot. And we're going to do this in 2 areas here, inside and outside. But here's with no upscaling at all. Of course, we're not moving around. The frame rate would dip if we were, but I just want to use this as kind of an example so you can see picture quality and frame rate. We're going to switch over to quality FSR 2 here, and you can see, of course, we instantly get that up in frame rate, and it's doing its thing with upscaling and sharpening. We'll go ahead and switch over to balanced, and again, we'll get another increase in our frame rate, but you may start to see some more of the upscaling effect. Not so much in balanced for me, but when you get into performance, which we'll check out here, of course, another bump in FPS while we sit here, but you may see things start to get a little bit more blurry, either in a distance or facial models close up. So let's go ahead and move out of here. We'll go back to balanced, and we're going to go outside and do a similar thing with all the modes there, just so you can see again outside, just kind of standing still, what the differences are. And then we'll get into a little bit of gameplay and just talk about the performance here. But I want you guys to check this out here. We'll go ahead and get moved over here into position. We'll just pick one spot, kind of like I did inside, and then we'll go through all our modes. And we'll start with no upscaling, just like we did before. And now, of course, out here, you can see the frame rate would be lower than when we're inside of the building, which is the point. And if you were to move around, it would go pretty low on you. But if we go up here and we put FSR back on, FSR 2 to quality, we do get that increase here. Frame times are still pretty good, and the picture quality is still really good. So we'll move over here to balanced. You'll get that increase in frame rate again, of course, just like inside. And again, you might start to see some more of the upscaling features, but on the screen of the Steam Deck, it's really not as noticeable. Performance is where things can get a lot more blurry for you. Like I said, you can tell in that character model and whatnot. So I don't prefer performance, but if there's times you feel like you need it for the frame rate, it's definitely there. Now, as far as performance of the game, guys, you could, of course, lower some more settings. You could use FSR 2 performance all of the time. There's a lot you could do to kind of keep your frame rate up a little bit more. We'll just kind of run around here using balanced. And now that's kind of what I like to use. When it comes to DLSS, I also use balanced a lot. I tend to lean on that. And with FSR and 2.0, I kind of been doing the same thing. As performance and ultra performance modes, I only use if I really need in competitive gameplay, because they do tend to get a bit blurry and rough looking sometimes. But quality or balanced is really where it's at. You could also do things to, cap your frame rate to 30 FPS here on the deck, which would work out quite well from what I'm seeing here. Or you could also adjust your settings so that you could maintain 40 FPS cap. And that would be some fantastic performance on the deck as well, and might save you some battery also. But even just letting things run variable here, it's really, really clean, and the frame times stay pretty good. And, we might get dips down to about 32. I think 31 is one of the lowest I've seen so far here. But you get into a lot more zombies or effects going on, it could certainly lower more on you, and you may wind up wanting to, again, like I said, lower some more settings or use FSR 2.0 performance. But definitely have fun with these settings, guys. I love seeing this feature come to Dying Light 2. It's made it much more playable here for me on the deck. I really appreciate you coming to watch. If you guys haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave me your comments, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.
Almost got him. Let's fuck this dude. What are you gonna do now, asshole?
Hack on. He's not here.
Impossible. I saw him right there. That little weasel must be hiding. Look around.